you working on today, love?
What?
What are you doing?
I haven't figured it out yet. But I found these nice little square metal tubing that I think we can put to use. So we've got 200 watts of solar up here now. That's not enough.
No.
So we happen to have in storage 2 Renogy 450 watt panels. So that'll take us to 900 watts up here. So a lot of people are probably going to have a field day with this, but each panel is 44.8 inches by 78 point something. So what we're going to do is my assistant over here
AKA son.
Help me come up with a devised plan, because I was going to run the panels this way, but we would have to come out to like here, and I can't do that with the mounts I have. So what we've decided is to run the panels this way, and yes, we will get shading from the boom, but it's the best we can do with what we have right now. So what I have is bought these mounts, clamps that clamp around. Woo! They clamp around a round piece of metal. So we're going to clamp that around the bimini. We're going to drill up through here. So we're going to run bolts all the way through, clamp these around the bimini, but it's still not tall enough. So we have 1/2 inch starboard that we made my lovely Weber grill mount out of, left over. So we're going to cut little blocks, rectangle blocks, to put under there to space it up 1/2 inch. Get rid of that, and it will space it up above the new canvas we're getting. Ooh, spoiler, yeah, she's getting a facelift. So we're going to try to space it up to get rid of this part. And I do know this front bar is down a little bit because the isinglass is real wavy. So when they make the new isinglass on top, it's going to fit perfect. So we have to cut little slots in the canvas, kind of like we've done up here and back there, to make it fit. So what we're going to do now is bolt all this together with the starboard, having to think, sorry, and then get our measurement, what we need for the actual bolts, the length, because they're going to be probably 3 inches. I don't have that, so we'll get new bolts, stainless of course. These are aluminum, so we'll see, but probably stainless. And then be able to bolt all this together and then bring the panels up, set them up, and get the mounts and get these panels up and running. So I'm just hoping that the panels weigh 50.9 pounds a piece. So we're going to have 101 pounds of solar panels up here, hoping the structure will hold it. So we will see. Stay tuned. So we're going to get cutting some starboard. I'm going to go get the piece that I dropped. That's about that close to going in the water. And we'll try to get our measurements we need and get going.
Considering this guy over here went and said that my tongs went for a swim in the ocean. Because there's the grill. Yeah, we're a little close.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you doing, love?
I'm surfing.
Really? I don't hear no waves.
It's a new site I found.
Yeah?
It's called Only Sailors.
Okay.
It's sailboats out in their natural habitat.
Okay.
Actually, I'm looking at the Renogy website because I'm looking for the dimensions of the solar panels that I hope that are right, that I got the right ones. So we're going to measure it once again. Make sure we get spacing where we want. It's equal both sides. And we're going to tear some stuff up.
How far apart should the solar panels be?
I don't know. Mounts and mount on the railing like this, and then the tube's going to set up here like this.
Oh, I
And then
hope
the
the
solar
screws are
panels.
long enough.
All right, so this is the spacing we need. I'm going to mark the holes because it's right in the center of my hatch mark. So this is going to be right where I need it. So now I'm going to need a...
I fall down.
Fall down, go boom.
I fall down.
Do you want anything like WD-40 on it?
Negative,
Alrighty.
because it's aluminum.
Isn't that?
I'll redo it.
All
Got
right.
another plan. So, I need the other side of this, which is there, and 2 of the starboard and the drill. Okay. See how much easier that was with a good drill bit that's not toast?
Yeah.
This. That. So I'm going to need another bolt, washer, and nut. This thing up there?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This should sit right in here like this. Up into that hole with the washer on. So, what we'll do is on the back and jack it up about that much. So now you see it's going to have clearance in the middle here.
Yep.
So, all right. So now we'll leave that there. That should clamp down nicely there. And now we got to do it on the other side. We're 75, right?
Yep, from the outside.
Okay. So I'm 65. You take it out. Yep. Out. Where are you?
What do you mean?
How many inches do you have on the outside of your?
I don't know. I don't have my measure.
Okay. What I want you to do is pull your metal in towards me 5 inches. You not what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he moved it
Okay,
in.
you're 5 inches in?
Yep.
I believe so.
Okay, so I've got 5 inches hanging off. So
Alright.
that's 75 in.
Well, if you're not on my end.
What's that? No, Elijah. Look underneath. See out here?
Yeah.
This is 75. I got 5 inches between here and here.
Give me one.
Andy, move out of the way. Let me see.
Oh, it's
Your-
gonna fall off the boat.
Well, your belly's in the way. So he needs to slide his over a little bit more because I'm telling you it's not centered right now.
Okay, I know it's not centered,
Okay.
but you've got 5 inches from the outside to the end of the tape, correct? 5 inches from here.
Yes.
Out.
Yes.
Okay. So now, so we're at 69. That should work.
And that should work because it's 75. That gives you overhang.
Got it.
So now,
Awesome side.
find the socket and lock this down.
All right.
Education. Our motto, never stop learning.
Now,
Okay, other side. Yeah, it's at an angle.
Yep. Just want to get them even for just a second.
You don't want it to go too much.
Okay.
Okay. So now, let's get both tape measures and go to the back corner, outside corner. Yep. Okay. Now I got it. Now Elijah's going to need you to do the same thing on this side.
My body's not made to bend that way.
I'm going to die if we're coming out right.
What do you read?
117 and a half.
114 and some quarters. There's some eighths.
Okay, bring yours in. I'm at 115 and 3/4.
Come there.
Okay. So let me do this now. Actually, you, since Nancy's over there, I want you to measure outside to outside. Let's see if we're the same back here. Okay. I want you to mark inside and outside of both of those.
All right.
So what I want is pay attention. Do not want to cut this seam.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do, Sunday, did you see that just tear?
Uh-huh. So cut along that line I made, not cutting the seam?
Yes.
Don't cut the pole either.
Because what we have to do is loosen this up
Yeah.
when we're done. Pull it back
Yeah.
and then drill the holes. I only want to do one side at a time.
Hear you.
So there's my holes I want to drill. Okay, so there's those. So I'm going to go like that. So now I need the starboard.
Okay guys, so I was editing the video for this today and realized that I didn't have all of the information that you guys needed. That's the starboard that Andy hooked up together to go with the solar panels. So as you can see, the solar panels were installed. We did not get to putting any additional bracing on here, but they're not moving too much anymore, so I think we're okay. Of course, this is with the new bimini up, which caused us to do the solar panels earlier than we thought because we needed to know the placing for these sections right here. So we do have those throughout on both sides to be able to hold up these panels, but as you can see, there's not any movement on them anymore, so, but they do look good. Okay, now that I've taken my break, I couldn't film this, but about, I'd say 2 years ago now, I bought 2 Renogy 450 watt solar panels that were supposed to be put on the boat at that time, but we just never got around to it because other projects kept taking a higher priority. So As most of you know, we are in the planning stages of leaving here, hopefully in the next few months. And time to get this boat stuff wrapped up. So now Andy is doing what, love?
Trying not to get angry.
What kind of boat project would it be if you didn't get angry?
Project on land.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is these panels have these mounts, and I put these metal bars on. We're thinking about putting another brace here because it is a little on the bouncy side, just as another piece of bracing. But there's these mounts that have bolts that go through the panels, so I'm trying to tighten those up so I can get this panel square, tacked down with 2 self-tapping screws, and then move on to the front, because I'm going to try to line the screws up on the front, so I just drill 1 hole down through and be done. So I'm going to tighten this one up, and then we're going to have to do like an adjustment like I had to, because I can't get my hands up in here easily to get everything on to tighten it up. So I'm going to continue tightening what I can, and then we'll be putting the solar panels up. How's that sound? Black and red, you just touch them together, right?
No.
No, yeah. They're dead. So what I'm doing is I'm putting these MC4 connectors on. And right here is a little plus and a minus. So I know which one goes red and black. The other end of these are down in the engine room hooked up to a breaker before they go into the Victron MPPT solar charge controllers. And they're plus and minus hooked up right. So what I'm going to do is, one of these are bigger than the other because they go into each other to make the connection. So I do know that I have to trim some more of this shielding off. Let's see, and I said this goes here because this is going to go up into here like so. And then I've got these special crimpers that are specially meant for this. I started to crimp it, and I shoved the wire, and I crimped it like that. And then I take it like this, shove it up in there till you hear a click, then you tighten this down, and now it makes it waterproof. So the other side of this, we'll do the same thing. Trim a little more shielding off. Squeeze these together a little bit. Take the wire, work it up in there. Crimp it. Take this, shove it up in there like this until you hear a click. Tighten this up like this. It's watertight. So, because I did it so good, I'm going to do it 2 more times. Because we've got 2 panels, and I'm going to leave each panel on its own controller because I like to overdo it just a little bit. Rather be safe than sorry than blowing solar controllers up, because they're not cheap. So now we're done with this part. So what we have to do is take these up there, and these are going to be to the back panel, and these are going to be to the front panel. I will go back out here, pull these out, and we'll plug them in. So up under here are zip ties. So that's the tie. Right now, right here is where it should show the PV or the solar chargers, and it's not because they're powered off. I'm going to turn those on and you'll see it appear, and then I'll kick the panels on and hopefully we'll see some wattage come out.
Whoop, whoop. We got some numbers.
Are we charging?
Yep.
Yay! So it'll take a minute for the wattage check. There, it's starting to come in. All right, that's not too bad because the
Considering it's
panels
late
late afternoon and the panels are very shaded. So I'll take it. That was what we were getting out of the other panels. High in the day on a good day. So we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about.
So, with my helpers here, yes, we're gonna call that a wrap. And I think the new solar panels are in, hooked up and working, right? Yes. So, oh wait, what's this? Is that, I feel, oh, there he is.
Oh, His Royal Majesty.
There he is. So all my helpers have been here helping me. So we're gonna zip the bimini up and call this a wrap. So hope you guys learned a little bit about solar. It's really not that hard. You just gotta make sure that everything's set right and it just works. So there you go. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
And that's my yummy dinner cooking.
All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the boom. You guys watch the wattage because I'm gonna unshade the panels now. Where are we?
69.
Okay. Where are you?
405.
Made a little difference, didn't it?
Yep. 403, 400. That's pretty cool.
And now it'll go back down.
Yep.